The horns are blowing. Media Markets to Thursday, not Tuesday. Thursday, February the 19th, 2026. I'm your guy, Media Marcus. I think I forgot my water. Forgot my water. We'll make it through. We'll make it through. Speaking of making it through, I'm your guy, Media Markets here, live and direct, Thursday, February the 19th, 2026, 10:28 p.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time. Give it a little minute. Maybe we'll get some people to come in because it's Traders Night. Traders Night, Traders Review Night. I have a pimple on my face, and I'm very sensitive about it right now, so please pardon me. But yes, it is Traders Night. So I'll give a Traders review with you guys, and yeah, I don't have my partner today, and I'll talk about that in a second. But we'll get into Traders, the latest episode 10, season 4 of Traders. I'm going to review that episode here as it just finished, maybe about 30 minutes ago. So I'll give you guys the latest, also in news, sports, and entertainment, media markets. I'm your guy running the isolation play today, and yeah, I'm going to talk Traders. I'm also going to talk. Let me see what else I got on the lineup today. We'll see him. Okay. Maybe some spring break talk. We got a very someone who passed away today. A very popular gentleman, actor. So I'll talk about that. Talk about Jennifer Hudson, Uber, as well as some things local in the area, as well as San Francisco. San Francisco got some shit going on. So, but it is February the 19th, 2026. I'm your guy, Media Markets. It is the Media Market Show, the Media Markets live stream. And yeah, I gotta talk Traders with you guys because it obviously just went off. I'm here with you guys weekly to talk Traders, and usually I have our partner with me, MJ, my Traders correspondent. But she had some things going on. I actually thought a couple of weeks ago she wasn't going to make it, but she was able to do it. And no, so there'll be no MJ tonight, you guys. I'm sorry. There's no MJ tonight. It's just me. I'm about to review the Traders season 4, episode 10. But MJ, we certainly miss you here. We're going to have her back next week, MJ, to talk Traders, the final episode of season 4. But MJ, this one is for you, MJ. I will. I will. My sister, my strength. All right, let me stop before YouTube kicks me. All right, let's get into it. Traitors season 4, episode 10. It is time to talk the episode, and we start off with a banger. So I'm starting off with a spoiler alert, people. It is a spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Traitors season 4, episode 10 yet, please look away. I'm going to tell you who started off that was murdered at the beginning of the episode. So I'm going to tell you the guys that right now. So spoiler alert for Traitors season 4, episode 10. At the beginning of this episode, we saw Kristen go home. Kristen was murdered overnight by the Traitors. And yeah, I mean it was actually an interesting call on my end. I thought MJ and I talked about it previously. We thought that these two, Eric and Rob, are going to kill Natalie, and instead they actually go and they kill Kristen. Spoiler alert at the beginning of the episode. So we know Kristen was on to Eric at the end of episode 9. So we do know that. But yeah, so we start off the episode with a murder. So spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this yet, Traders season 4, episode 10 is I'm reviewing here right now. Media Markets live stream. No MJ tonight. We're sad about that. We just paid a little homage though, so maybe I'll put that clip out. But yeah, so yeah, it started off with a banger. I mean, I thought that they were going to go Natalie to kill at the beginning of the episode. Instead, these two traitors, Eric and Rob, decided to go elsewhere, and Kristen was on to Eric at the end of the last episode. So I guess you could see it from that angle, but from Eric's perspective, I would have been like, no, like I don't think that this would be a good idea for me, especially since the fact that I'm a brand new trader and this person is right on me. We're going to kill it off the bat. But I will say about Kristen though, she was kind of keen on a few people, right? She was keen on Tara, she was keen on Johnny, and she was also keen on Eric as well. And I think that killing Kristen, I thought it could backfire and possibly it may. But we start off the episode with that. So Natalie comes in last. She is the final person standing. And Natalie comes in with a fresh set of eyes. She's like, "Yo, why am I still here?" That is the question that she's asking herself throughout the episode. And with that thought, with that train of thought, I mean, she just starts to point at Rob. She's like, "Rob's been my guy since day one. I've been extremely close to him, but now, like, I have to pull the curtain back. Why am I still here? Maybe it's because I'm close to a trader." And she thought about Rob in this perspective. So I thought Natalie. I mean, this was Natalie's episode, right? If I'm being frank, this was Natalie's episode as well as Rob's. Rob had some heat on him this episode, coming from Natalie, right? She took she said she had a new set of eyes, a refreshed look at the game, and within that, she started to look at Rob, and she made some great points. Obviously, we as the viewer know Rob is a traitor. He's a traitor, but they don't know that inside that castle, not at that moment in time. So um, Natalie was spot on, and she started to gather some momentum, especially with Tara. But I think that and I told MJ this. Something that I've noticed in this game is just that, like, yo, I think the women that are playing this game and traders are a bit emotional when they're playing the game, right? And I'll get to Natalie at the end of the episode. But Natalie has been playing this game where I think that she can be a trader because every time someone comes at her, she goes directly back at them. She doesn't see the larger picture. She feels like someone's coming for me and I'm going to come for them. And that's not a good way to play this game. This isn't Survivor. This isn't the challenge. Both shows that she's been on, Natalie, she's playing this game very aggressively. And we saw that when it got to the round table. But getting into the challenge today, we saw Rob kind of lose his composure, right? We haven't seen Rob from this perspective yet. Rob has been cool as the other side of the pillow, extremely just chill. He has no care in the world. He's just that guy. And then we see tonight, Rob is a little shaky, especially in that challenge. When he's out to get the shield, that's the number one thing he's after because this is the last round table tonight that we saw in episode 10, the very last round table we'll see until season 5. This is the very last round table of season 4. So within that, Rob is like, I need to get the shield because I need to be able to murder anyone I need to. And within doing that, Rob is out there as long as he can and try to put himself in the best position. And they instantly take one of the seats away, and they didn't tell the contestants at the beginning. So Rob is out. Rob is out very early in this challenge. And within that, he starts to lose his composure, right? He starts to be like, oh, kind of going at Mark. And I'll touch on Mark in a little bit. But Rob is kind of going at Mark, within this challenge, like, oh, you only got a $750 coin. Why are we trying to get that when I have a $2,500 coin? And it's like, oh, Rob, chill out, bro. Like, you've been doing great. Don't wild out here. Like, you don't need all that, bro. Like, just play as a faithful. Like, right in that moment, I feel like that was the first time that I saw Rob play like a traitor rather than a faithful when amongst the faithful. So, Rob, lost his composure a little bit in that race. Whoa, I'm losing some viewers here. What's going on? That raised some antennas for him. And for Natalie rather. And I think that we saw that kind of just go throughout the episode. So at the end of the day, you had two sides of the house, right? It was Rob with forget Rob. It was Natalie with Tara and Johnny, right? And they were going again, and they were trying to sway Eric and Mark, but they don't know Eric is a traitor. So we saw that, and we saw that the fact that. Well, we know the fact that Rob, right? He has the dagger, which is 2 votes, right? And he's been saving that. He's been sitting on that, and he played it at the very right point. So let's go into the round table because tonight It was just two sides. It was Natalie versus Rob, right? And somehow, spoiler alert, somehow in a matchup that is Natalie versus Rob, somehow Rob doesn't even get a vote. Rob doesn't even get a vote. This is the greatest traitor ever. I swear to God. Like, come on. Natalie played such a weird game, man. Natalie played such a weird game. And this is a roundtable that starts off with Natalie versus Rob. One of these people are going to home. That's how we as the viewers looking at it. One of these two are going to go home. A faithful or a traitor. Rob is the traitor, the faithful being Natalie. Who's going to go home? Somehow, somehow Rob doesn't even get a fucking vote. Natalie starts off the vote. And this is what I said when I think the women of this game have been playing a little too emotional, right? And I know that we're all different as people, but people have to really step back and see the game that they're playing, right? This is Traitors, this is not Survivor, this is not the challenge, it's not Big Brother. And a part of that is like someone like Natalie, she's playing with vengeance. She's playing with vengeance. So if she opens up the round table and her vote isn't even for Rob. She's been preaching Rob all day, and she doesn't even vote Rob. She votes Tara. Why? Because Tara's coming at her, and she thought that she could trust in Tara, and now she's seeing that she's not. And Natalie's been doing this throughout the entire game. And I think that this is why people maybe think that she could be a traitor, because traitors are they can get sort of arrogant. And anytime anyone goes at Natalie, she will instantly go right back at them and vote for them, like an eye for an eye. And that's not the way to play this game. That is a true faithful. That is a faithful of all faithfuls, all right? And Natalie continued to play this game, at least at the round table, with the traitor mind state. Oh, you're coming for me, I'm coming for you. At least an old school traitor mind state, right? But I mean, and then we go back to Candace, right? I thought Candace had an opportunity to mend things with Rob and make sure that they can work together and get to the end. I thought these two would. And instead, she's just like, "Oh, you want to go to war with me, Rob? We can go to war." And Rob's like, "Actually, like, I never said your name. We don't need to go to war. I got Lisa out. It is what it is. I think we can work together." And Candace was not hearing that because all she saw was betrayal. She saw red in her eyes. It's the same thing with Natalie at the round table. She sees red in her eyes. You come at her, she's coming at you. It's one versus one. It's an eye for an eye. And she didn't do her job tonight. And she was very defensive, Natalie was. And spoiler alert, season 4, episode 10 of Traitors. Spoiler alert. Natalie got voted out at the round table. She was banished tonight. She just played a really bad game at the round table, right? I thought her thoughts throughout the day were so sharp. They were so on. And I know her watching this back, it's got to be a little like puzzling because she was so spot on and so on it. And, Johnny and Tara, maybe, they're fickle. You can't trust them. You can't really, who knows what they're going to do? They're this way, they're that way. Maybe she should have just kept that to herself until the end. Maybe she should have kept that to herself. We'll never know. But yeah, Natalie, she was banished tonight, and she revealed herself as a faithful. And yeah, now it's time to get to the finale. Someone's going to be killed. Whether it's so it's one of the three, and so someone's going to get killed tonight, or the next episode, the very beginning of the next episode of Traitors, episode 11. I just finished reviewing episode 10, so we'll see who that person is, murder. But man, once again, we continue to say the Rob. I mean, I continue to say, and MJ as well. I got her stamp of approval here. Rob's the best traitor ever. Rob is the best traitor ever. He's so cool and calm at that round table. People are accusing him, while Natalie and Candace and others and Lisa's and they all want to go right back at you. Like, oh, let's go to war. It's like, no, let's not go to war. Let me just get the breeze off me. And let's keep it calm, cool, and collective. And that's what we saw from Rob. So that is what I have. That is my review of Traitors season 4, episode 10. I'll get these clips out for you. I'm not going to do too much more, guys, tonight. I'll give you guys some headlines and quickly go through that. But that's pretty much all I got. But yes, first thing I saw: San Francisco company debuts laundry folding robot for $8,000, $7,999. A San Francisco-based tech, this Black Millionaires reporting, a San Francisco-based tech company has officially introduced a futuristic solution to one of the most dreaded household chores, folding laundry. The new robot, priced at $7,999, is designated to automatically sort, fold, and stack clothes with minimal human involvement, bringing smart home innovation into the laundry room. Using advanced robotics and AI-powered vision systems, the machine can reportedly identify different types of garments, from t-shirts to towels, and fold with precision. The company says the device is aimed at busy professionals. Mm-hmm. My bad. Yes, so that's the latest. Black Millionaires reporting. San Francisco company. I don't even know the name of the company. Is it Weave Robotics? Yes, San Francisco company debuts laundry folding robot for $7,999. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of cool. It does look kind of cool, but I don't know, man. This thing wakes up in the middle of the night and comes to beat the shit out of you, takes over your home and your life and your social security and shit. I have no idea. You know what I mean? So this is crazy though, man. This is the life that I think, as much as people are scared of AI and robots and stuff, I mean, this is the life that people thought we were going to have in 2020, 2026, right? So a part of me is like torn. But yeah, this thing wake up in the middle of the night and catch you slipping. God bless. All right, so what else do I have? Uber. Let's talk Uber once again. Black Millionaires reporting, my favorite. Uber plans to launch air taxi service with Joby Aviation. Uber is preparing to take ride sharing to the skies. The company announced a new partnership with Joby Aviation. Is it aviation with Joby Aviation to bring helicopter services to the Uber app as early as next year. Joby recently brought Blade Air Mobility, a company that already operates helicopters and seaplane flights, in a $125 million deal. That's pretty cheap when I hear these deals. Once the service is added to Uber's platform, customers in major cities around the world will be able to book helicopter rides directly through the app. So this is Black Millionaires reporting. Uber plans to launch an air taxi service. You can copy you a helicopter, get you a little Uber helicopter situation, and yeah, you situated. So yeah, so that's the latest with Uber. Uber will allow you to book helicopter rides to shit. You take your little shorty out, you know what I mean? You try and get your little, yep, get your little Uber. Pick you up at the helicopter is crazy, man. I gotta be honest. All right, what else do I have? Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson. Let me guys. So there's been a lot of talk, obviously, within the latest with these shows being canceled, right? We talk about Sherry Shepard, Kelly Clarkson, Stephen Colbert, also I talked about, but one of the names that have been floating around is possibly may get canceled, but we hadn't heard any news that it was getting canceled, is the Jennifer Hudson Show. The Jennifer Hudson Show renewed for season 5's Deadline reporting. The Jennifer Hudson Show has been renewed for a 5th season by the Fox television stations. The pickup of the Telepictures program, hosted by award-winning singer Jennifer Hudson, comes at a time of a major contraction in the already depleted syndicated daytime talk show space, with the Kelly Clarkson Show on NBC station and Sherry on Fox both now renewed for another season, canceled. But Jennifer Hudson's show is in a different light. The Jennifer Hudson show is renewed for a 5th season at Fox. So congratulations to Jennifer Hudson. Got her new season. Another bag. You can count that up, rack it up. Production, everybody involved in production as well. We know things. We know one of the things Jennifer Hudson show, which has just been renewed for a 5th season. I'm about to get out here, guys. But Jennifer Hudson show has been renewed for a 5th season. I think one of the things that may be so innovative and so is that hallway tunnel. When these guests come out in the tunnel and they sing for them, and that is the Jennifer Hudson show. And maybe that may have separated her from some of these other daytime talk shows and it being canceled or renewed for a 5th season. So congratulations to Jennifer Hudson, man. I mean that tunnel is popping, y'all. Them clips be everywhere. So shout out to Jennifer Hudson. Her show's been renewed for a 5th season at Fox. Congratulations to her and her whole team and the production, everybody involved. That's another check. You know what I mean? I understand. I get it. Entrepreneur. So shout out to y'all. Media Marcus live stream. I'm about to get out of here. Appreciate you all for listening and tuning in. I will see you guys this Sunday. I'm getting out of here for a few days. I'll cut these clips up. The Traitors, the review, I did that, but it's nothing the same with MJ. So we're missing you, MJ. But I'll get these clips cut up. I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.